Good day, everyone. So I discussed the teaching learnings with difficulty in remembering or concentrating. So this is a continuation of Cindy's report. Session on teaching learners with difficulty in remembering or concentrating. So mooning mga tao nga has a short attention span, has poor memory, has difficulty in comprehending situation in communication, and easily distracted around him or her. So take note, the term of intellectual disability is a medical term and can be used only to label learners who have completed medical diagnosis from a development pediatrician. But those learners who have no medical diagnosis and observed to have memory deficit shall be considered to have a difficulty in remembering or concentrating. What are instructional strategies? Techniques used to help learners become independent and strategic learners. Learners independently select the appropriate ones and use them effectively to accomplish tasks or meet goals. So as a teacher, we make a best strategies para makuha nato ang ilang attention. Ang atong mga instruction kay dapat klaro o dali ra masabtan samot sa mga inani na situation na tawo na dali ra malimot sa pang-discuss sa maestra. Kung mahimo, bahalag sige tag balik-balik sa mga discussion or instruction para lang masabtan nila ang ilang activities and para mahimo nila ang ilang activities and project. Instructional strategies can motivate learners, help them focus attention, organize information for understanding and remembering, monitor and assess learning. We motivate them, bahalag sige tagbalik-balik sa mga discussions and instruction kay naaman sila difficulty in remembering. So as a teacher, we give them attentions para mabuhat nila ang gusto sa teacher na gipabuhat. As a teacher, maghimo ta og mga visual with creative materials then mga images kay ang mga inaani na situation nga mga bata kay mas makuha nato ang ilang attention kay ganahan man sila og mga images, colorful visual and so on. Then sa paghatag natog activity kay tagaan nato sila enough time na mahimo sa ilang task. Dapat di nato sila lisod-lisoron kay naa sila mga butang nga lisod nila mabuhat just like project with cutting and pasting. Di ba naa sa ilang characteristic na maglisod sila ani, so dapat as a teacher ibagay nato ang ilang activities sa ilang mga situations and difficulties. Cognitive behavior modification. So, what is cognitive behavior modification? So, it is the analysis and thinking process involved in performing a task instructed by another person, overt self-instruction and covert self-instruction. 2 is modeling. Learners gain and practice appropriate behaviors by observing and imitating others. So, just like na sila ganahan na characteristics with that particular person, then the way mo talk, the way sa iyang physical matters, kay kung ganahan sila ana na person, the way she or he handle herself, kay i-imitate po na nila kung unsay characteristics anang tawhana or anang bayhana. The learners are able to recall and retain routines in the class. Naa naman yun sa rules sa classroom, ang table rules. So as a teacher, kung malimot man gani atong estudyante sa rules, kay dapat balik-balikon yun nato hangtod na maanad ang estudyante sa mga rules sa classroom. Multisensory method. Based on the premise that some learners learn best when content is presented in several modalities, also known as VAKT or visual, auditory, kinesthetic, tactile. Positive reinforcement provides specific and immediate corrective feedback by giving sensory stimulation to the learners. Motivates the learner to acquire new skills, to practice known skills by giving internal and external reinforcers, social reinforcers, token economies. Fading. Fade prompts promote independence. Ways to gradually remove prompts reinforcers. Fading refers to decreasing the level of assistance needed to complete a task or activity. When teaching a skills, the overall goals is for the student to eventually engage in the skill independently. Peer tutoring involves pairing a competent learner with a learner who has difficulty in a particular academic area, improves social skills. So as a teacher, tuluan siya na to atong estudyante kung aha manggali sila galisod. Projective techniques may be used by the learners to encourage students to project and express their feelings and emotions. So, kani kay nag-encourage ni sa mga estudyante nga ma-express nila ang ilang thoughts or ang emotions. So, mao ni ang mga techniques nga maka-express ilang feelings and sa ilang emotions. Just like in creative activities, just like in role playing, mga drama-drama or unsa pa and the puppetry. This is the best technique for teachers para sa ma-show sa estudyante ang feelings and their emotions. Group learnings. Behavior difficulties become lesser. Learners motivate each other, giving them a task to accomplish boost their concept of responsibility. So as a teacher, we give our student with a group learning. Each member should give an idea para dali ra mahuman ang activities. It is the best way of a teacher para dili sa malisdan ang mga estudyante. Play-based learning used to teach cognitive skills by playing games. Activities to be given should be arranged from simple to complex. It is a learning with playing, just like puzzle, diba? From simple hantod magkalisod ang activities. It is the best way para ma-develop sa estudyante ang remembering skills nila. Individualized instruction, also known as differentiated instruction, can be done by differentiating the content, what is learned, process, how the content is taught, product, how the learning is observed and evaluated. Breaking down a complex task into simple subtasks. This will help frustration level down and enable learning to take place. Arts and craft approach utilizes available, appropriate, low-cost and craft materials for development of different teaching, learning experience and activities. So, sa akong giingon na magpahimo ta sa atong estudyante og mga activities with colorful materials para sa maengganyo og himo ang mga estudyante sa gipahimo ni teacher. So, as a teacher, we use text or pictures on paper, posters, models, projection screen, computers, or flashcard. Use of color for highlighting, organizing information, or imagery. Para makuha na to ang attention and focus sa ato ang estudyante. We use also graphic organizers, outlining passages, student-created arts, images, text, pictures, and video. Sand trays, raised line paper, textured object, finger paints, and puzzles to improve fine motor skills. So, what is motor skill? Is a function that involves specific movement to the body muscle to perform a certain task. Modeling materials such as clay and sculpting materials, using small materials called manipulative to represent number values to teach math skills. Multi-sensory materials that support the learning of LDRC or learning difficulty in remembering, concentrating. So we talk about to stimulate kinesthetic learning, games involving jumping rope, clapping, or other movement paired with activities while counting and singing songs related to the concept. Kinesthetic learning is a learning style in which learning takes place by the student carrying physical activities. So it is a physical activities of a student. Any large movement activity for learnings involving dancing, beanbag, tossing, or other activities involving concept, rhythmic recall, and academic competition such as quizzes, flashcard races, and other learning games. So we proceed to stimulate auditory learning. So what is auditory learning? It is a person learns through listening. So here are the auditory learning books on tape, peers assisted reading paired with uncomputerized text readers, video film with accompanying audio, music, song, instrument speaking, rhymes, chants, and language games.